Good morning. It's Joseph Dumond here at Sightedmoon.com. We are live. It's 6:46 a.m. I've been in Jerusalem now for over a month, and this is one of the quietest days I've heard in the morning. We are holding our breath. Is Hezbollah about to attack? 250,000 rockets aimed at Israel. Israel's been shutting down the rockets from Gaza. Some of them getting through, some of them landed near where I'm staying. The fighting broke out in Amoud, right beside me, and that was Saturday night. The reality of what took place on Saturday set in on Israel on Sunday, and the retaliation started yesterday, Monday. Today is Tuesday, October the 10th. I think it's the 10th. My bags are packed. I've been ready to go. I've been ready to go since Friday. Every day I'm ready to go. I do not know what's going to come today. But I want you to know the seriousness of this time. Yesterday I had some stupid people ask me to give them a tour because their plane is delayed until who knows when. They are that naive, they are that out of touch with reality. I want you all to get serious. We have been telling you that we are on the cusp of the 10 days of awe, that we were on the edge of that time beginning. Whether that began at trumpets or at Aviv, we weren't sure. But it sure looks like it's starting now. I'm still here looking for the abomination. I posted that video yesterday showing you the abomination that they had at that party. They weren't keeping Shimini Atzeret. They were having a rave, and they were dancing around a Buddha statue. And 350 kids were killed. The count is over 900, possibly over 1,000 today. I don't know how many Israelis were gunned down in the last couple of days. Almost 3,000 injured or wounded. This is Israel's 9/11, and some people are still thinking it's a joke. Brethren, it's no joke. This is deadly serious. The reports this morning is that Hezbollah is moving troops along the Syrian border, along the Golan Heights. Some of them were attacked by Israel, last night. Again, there's so many stories going on. I don't know which ones are true and which ones aren't. There's been exchanges between Lebanon and Israel yesterday, taking out possessions. Hundreds of thousands of people have been moved away from the borders there, same in Gaza. It's bad here. It's very bad. And you're wondering why I'm here. I'm not here, I would have been gone a long time ago, but there's this thing that says when you see the abomination, there's nobody here to look for it. There's nobody here to look for it. So that's why I'm here, to look for it. It says when you see it, you got to flee. So this suitcase here, it may not be going. Not to go back in and get anything, not to go back in and get my coat. Which reminds me, I should have it on first. I believe we're about to begin the last three seals, the seals of Revelation 6, the fifth seal, with the saints underneath the altar. Those saints are there because they're killed, they're persecuted, they're slaughtered. How long until you avenge our deaths? It's going to be 3 years until the two witnesses begin to do their work. Then Revelation, the next seal, the sixth seal, a great earthquake, and then the stars of heaven will fall on the earth. That, to me, is telling me that the missiles will be launched. Now, Hezbollah's got 250,000. I think Hamas might be running out. I haven't heard any air raid sirens last night or this morning. The stars of heaven will fall. But a great earthquake. I have suspected that when this abomination is set up, there will be an earthquake. I can't prove that, though. So that's my feeling, that's my intuition, that's my suspicion. And that's connecting it to the sixth seal. The seventh seal is there's silence in heaven. So right now, there's silence in Israel. Sunday when I walked around town, it was very quiet. Very quiet. Very few restaurants open. We've been told to stock up food here for 72 hours. Be ready to be holed up in your place for at least 72 hours. My phone is charged, my watch is charged, my computer's charged. I may be able to get out another report or two, but I don't know what's about to happen. You've got to take this serious. These next 10 years are the 10 years of judgment, the same as they are in the days of awe, the days when you are to repent so that your name may be found in the book of life. And that closes on the Day of Atonement. And this 10 years will close on the Day of Atonement in 2033 when Satan is locked away. When I came here, I went and made an appointment and went to see Yehudah Glick. Now, Yehudah was very busy and he didn't have much time for me. He's got my book, The 2300 Days of Hell. He was reading it before he was assassinated or attempted assassination on him. There was a plot to assassinate him again this past week. They caught them before they did. I told them what was about to happen. I told them there's a war about to happen. Everyone's talking peace, peace. There is no peace, but they're talking peace. You know, peace with Saudi Arabia, peace with the Arab states, peace. Peace, peace when there is no peace. So I told Yehudah why I believe there's about to be an attack on Israel. I told him that because of the abomination being set up. I told him why I believed it. I told him about the Jubilee Cycles, told him about the middle of the 70th Jubilee Cycle being 2020. I explained all that to him. But because he wasn't interested, and I explained it and then left, but I didn't explain it in detail. Saturday morning, Yehudah wrote back, and he says, I was right. The world is about to change. Okay, that's awesome, great. He acknowledges that I was right. But that still doesn't change anything. These things are still going to happen. If you go to the interview I did with Nehemiah Gordon, what you didn't see there was the supper that we had. His sister told Nehemiah that I was right in the things I said about 2020. Nehemiah said that in the video, that he acknowledged that I was right. Nehemiah is now, and his wife Linnell are in a bomb shelter in German colony, just across the valley from me. The rockets have been falling here until last night. I didn't hear anything. So Nehemiah is getting an idea that what I'm saying is correct. Now, I wrote a letter to Prime Minister Netanyahu, and I told him that we were about to be attacked. I told him that, the same thing about 2020 and the 1290 days coming up here. Now, I didn't know if it was September 22nd. I didn't know if it was October 6th or 7th. And I don't know if Hezbollah is going to attack today, which is another key date in the 1290-day prophecy. But I wrote the Prime Minister and I let him know. And I stated it publicly and I put it in the newsletter. Keith Johnson questioned me about my sanity for doing that. And I assured him This is why I did it. I'm not trying to be a crazy man here, or crazy prophet. I also wrote to Chief Rabbanite. And now Israel's at war. So I may not have all the details correct. I may not have everything figured out. But the Sabbath and Jubilee cycles are giving me a guideline as to when these things are about to happen. And I'm doing the best I can with the limited resources I have to let people know. But now, now it's going to fall on you. You, the viewer. A lot of you have been sitting on the fence. A lot of you have been calling me a false prophet. A lot of you hate my guts. Great, awesome, goodbye. It doesn't change the reality here on the ground. We need to get the message out. We need to share this with everybody. You need to share this with other Messianic groups. You need to tell them, get the Sabbatic and Jubilee charts, look at them while you can still get them from Amazon. Get a real hard copy. You can get them at my website for free. Get them. Get the Sabbatical and Jubilee charts, look at them, understand how little time is left. We got the book, The Abomination Makes Desolate. This is not a book ad I'm trying to do here, but that's just where all the information is easy to get at and to read. The 10 Days of Awe is also there. Both these books are on Amazon. It's called the Elijah Trilogy. And the Restoration of All Things. Who's been doing that? That has to be done before the Messiah comes. Those things have been done, but who's been doing it? I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get real. Stop playing religious games. Stop being naive. Pull your head out of your butt and get real with Yehovah now. It's time to repent. It's time to turn back to Yehovah. We don't have time for playing religious games. We don't have time for playing this division. We don't have time for all your conspiracy crap. It's time to get real with Yehovah. Both the virgins, all 10 virgins, both the foolish and the wise are about to be waking up. Is this the wake-up call? Is this wake-up call what Hamas did on Saturday? Is that it? I don't know. But I do know there's 250,000 rockets pointed at Israel right now and threatening to attack and beginning to attack yesterday. The United States USS Ford fleet just pulled into the Mediterranean area of Israel yesterday, and they brought a B-52 bomber and a bunch of F-16 jets to the airport. The airport got hit by missiles from Gaza yesterday. Flights in and out of the airport are a roll of the dice. You don't know. I'm advising people to take the taxi, get a ride to the Jordanian border, figure out how to get across there. It's not easy, but get out, and get out now. Stop being a naive tourist here in Israel. So that's what's going on. It's still very quiet here. Normally there's a lot of noise, traffic, people blowing their horns, bells going off, calls to prayers, but it's quiet. I'm about to go upstairs, see if there's any food up there. I don't know. Pray for Israel. There are some stupid teachers out there who think they're teachers. They're not. They're morons. Calling for the demise of Israel. Calling for it to be destroyed. Stop following them. Stop promoting those idiots. We're here. We're in Israel, and it's real. These are real people. That's real blood on the ground. Those are real sons and daughters that are dead. Those are real daughters and sons and grandparents and families that have been kidnapped, taken hostage into Gaza. The report yesterday that they began to execute some of them last night. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not sharing it. Brethren, pray. Look at your sons, look at your daughters, look at your little children, look at your parents, look at your spouse, and imagine them being kidnapped. Imagine them just going to drive off to go get a bag of milk and them being gunned down at the next intersection. It looks like another Israeli checkpoint, and they're gunned down. That's what's going on. So put your family's faces on these people here and get real. Get real. Pray for Jerusalem. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray. Pray. Okay. That's it for now. I can't talk anymore. But get real with your prayers. Get real with Yehudah and return to him now. These next 10 years are going to be so much worse than what's already taken place. A major worldwide famine, extreme weather, droughts and floods at the same time. Return to God with your heart now. From Jerusalem, watching for the abomination that's about to be set up, I'm Joe Dumond from Sightedmoon.com. Yehudah be with you. How do I get out of here?